Hi, and welcome to another video with me, Andrea. This has been a requested review of my Willow pump that I've gotten a lot of questions about on my Instagram. So I've got my Willow pump here with me, and I'm actually going to use it while I'm talking about it. So the first, I'm going to start with all the negatives. This pump is really expensive. The parts are expensive. You need to replace the parts every 3 to 4 months if you're using it as frequently as every day. And because it's only available in the US, it's a real pain to get it shipped to Canada. I actually got it shipped to my parents when they were in Florida, and then they drove it back. But then when I needed to get extra parts, I needed to use this weird shipping system. It has an app that works in tandem with the pump, but you can't even buy the app if you have a Canadian iTunes. So I needed to download a US-based iTunes and do all this stuff. It was just such a pain. And I think I ended up spending probably 1,000 Canadian dollars on this pump and replacement parts and the bags and everything. And then, I bought all of these bags. They're a real pain to use. I'm not going to open them because these haven't been opened, and I'd like to probably resell them if I can. You can reuse the bags using this like toothpick trick and emptying it and then reusing it. But the bags are a pain. And after I bought all of these bags for it, they released a reusable container that I could use. The only con to the reusable container is that when you're pumping with it, you can't bend forward because the milk can spill out. Whereas with the bags, it's a completely closed system, so you could literally do a headstand while you're pumping, and nothing would spill out. The other negative that I've heard from other users is that the suction is really, really hard. I seem to have like really bionic breasts because I don't strut like Everest. You could just grab my boob and pinch it and pull it. Like, I don't have any sensation in my breasts anymore. I don't know what's going on there. But suction was not an issue for me. Let's just say that. So those are the main negatives. It's not discreet. People will say otherwise, but maybe in the right outfit, I don't know. But to me, like when I'm wearing it, it's obvious. If I go out in public with it, I feel the need to like say something because it looks odd otherwise. But it's quiet in my opinion. Like you wouldn't hear it, but you'd notice the fact that the person's boobs are like, jutting out. So I'd say those are my negatives for it. In terms of positives, despite all of those negatives, I do love this pump. And I really appreciate the fact that it's so portable and it's very simple to use. A little bit of a learning curve. I joined a Facebook group and I very quickly figured it out. The company responds very quickly to consumer questions or complaints. I never had any issue getting in touch with the company when I had a question. They even do one-on-one coaching. One of the things that's a little bit annoying that I forgot in the negatives is sometimes you go to put it on and you go to press the power button and you get this like yellow user fail indication that basically is like the pump isn't put together properly. But like I can never figure out what isn't put together properly. Like it looks fine to me, and then like all of a sudden I'll go to try it again and it will work. So I don't really get what's going on there. Really such a breath of fresh air to be able to pump without being tethered to a wall. Like, I've worn it to the park. I wore it when I went to a Celine Dion concert and literally pumped while I was like dancing to Celine Dion. And the reusable ones, when you're done using the pump, it you seal it off. There's a move to seal it off, and then like you can just put this in your purse. The pump comes with little satin carriers, so you can just like put it in this bag, and you're good to go. You don't have to really worry about, because milk is good without being put in a fridge for at least 4 hours. So if it's going to be longer than 4 hours, you might want a cooler with a freezer pack in it. But it like was fine with me, and I get a really great amount of milk with it. I find that like it stimulates more letdowns than a traditional pump ever has. And overall, it's just been like there. And now I am pumping. And if I want to know how much I'm pumping, it connects to the app. It's not always like 100% accurate, but it's close enough, you know. And then when I'm done pumping, I empty the containers into a thing that's in my fridge, and then I reuse them throughout the day, and then I wash and sanitize at the end of the day in some hot soapy water, and then boiling water. Because I donate breast milk, I sanitize basically every day. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, I wouldn't say it's discreet, but you know, it depends on what you're comfortable with. But yeah, that's my review of the Willow Pump. If you have any questions, ask, and I'll be happy to help if I can.